Hey Baker, it's Shamir, and we'd like to welcome you to another segment of Baker Forward. I hope you had a great month. I hope life is treating you well, and I'm hoping that you guys are staying safe out here. As we continue to talk about the pandemic and all the health initiatives that's going on, I am really excited tonight to have with us Mr. Frank Garber, and he's from South Star Urgent Care. And remember, we had an urgent care that was built in the middle of the pandemic, which was a blessing, and we needed it. Frank, how are you tonight? How is everything going tonight?
I'm doing very well, Mayor. Thank you for having me this evening. It's a pleasure to be with you guys.
You guys have been a blessing to our city, and that's a beautiful location that you have there. The building is so beautiful. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and I see that you are the medical operations officer. So tell us and our viewers a little bit about yourself and how did you get involved with South Star?
Okay, so our company first started in 2012, and I came from many years of working in the emergency department in many places in South Louisiana. In your area, my closest practice at that time was I worked at Baton Rouge General Mid-City in the ER there. Our founder, Clayton Hewlin, who's a physician assistant, started this company. The first site was in New Iberia, and it was called Iberia Urgent Care. And then we grew to, when we got to about 5 clinics, we realized that every small town name / urgent care, we didn't have any brand recognition. So we rebranded under the name South Star Urgent Care, and we have continued to grow since then. My background is I'm a nurse practitioner. I've been practicing in healthcare since 1993, and I've worked various facilities, emergency departments, urgent care, and when I joined up with our founder Clayton in 2012, we've moved forward since then and brought a customer service oriented healthcare model to small communities, and it's been a dream and a pleasure to work with small communities.
Well, we appreciate that. Look, for our audience and for me, what is the difference between urgent care, the emergency room, and other systems, health systems that they have in place? What's the difference?
That's a good question. So, medicine is changing, and access to healthcare has always been a challenge. So in 15 plus years ago, you pretty much had primary care providers, you had family practice physicians, you had internal medicine offices, you had all your specialties, and then you had the emergency department. But you had a lot of people that fell into the episodic need for a walk-in type setting, but those settings weren't there. So the urgent care and walk-in clinic model grew from that and filled this void between a scheduled office visit and an emergency department visit. So, with our clinics, these can be straight up just walk in. Patients can register online and pick a time for today. And it's not truly an appointment time, but it's like, hey, I'm coming, and they can pre-register. And this area fills a void where people have the episodic need and they are looking for healthcare today. So, it allows for access, and it meets an urgent need. A lot of times people have a challenge with a sick child in the afternoon. They pick them up from school and the kid's running fever, and they have an established pediatrician, and that's great if they can get in to see them, But a lot of times you call this afternoon, you're going to have a challenge getting in to see them. And that's where we want to fill the void. We want you to have access to healthcare, but also support the local practitioners in the community and support the local hospitals in the community, and also look to keep your patients inside your community. So before you would have something like an urgent care in your community and somebody had a need like this, they would leave and go to Baton Rouge and be seen in a clinic there, and they get their prescriptions there, and they would eat dinner there, and they would leave all of their financial resources there. And our intention is to help keep that in the city of Baker and, keep your community closer to home.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense because I would leave if I needed and go to an urgent care somewhere else, or I would go to the emergency room and sit for 3 hours for them to come out and tell me something probably that if I would have had the knowledge of it, the expertise, I probably could have waited or whatever. But when you go to the urgent care, you can get it fixed. Example is my daughter is a cheerleader. And they have those athletic injuries all the time, and I'll get that call, Daddy, come get me, I hurt myself. And I go to urgent care. Urgent care focuses on that. It's not an emergency situation, but it's a situation that needs to be fixed. And so I think that system, that urgent care system, plays a part, especially in small cities like Baker, where you have a working mom or the working family, where they come in and they're not feeling good. But tell me, just real quick, now, how long have you guys been in business, and how many different offices do you have throughout the state of Louisiana?
So we've been operating since 2012, and we have 25 urgent care clinics across the state. We are continuing to grow. We are continuing to find small communities to bring this healthcare to.
Okay.
And all of our clinics have the ability to do testing, like for COVID-19, for flu, for strep, urinalysis. We have X-ray in all of our clinics. If someone needs IV fluids from dehydration, we could do something like that. If someone needs some lab work where we would, not an emergent need, but a need to know need, where we could draw labs today but get results tomorrow, we could accommodate that. Okay. If they have an orthopedic injury like a broken bone, we could put them in a splint and then refer them on to the orthopedist. You mentioned about going to the emergency room. Emergency departments are wonderful, but they can be timely, like you mentioned.
Right.
They can also be very, very expensive.
That's it.
And you could receive a similar care for a sprain or a broken bone in an urgent care setting and save, sometimes thousands of dollars and still get to the orthopedist, It truly is a unique avenue when you start realizing how you help people financially by saving them money,
And I want to talk a little bit about that when we come back. I want to talk a little bit about how can we save money, because it's interesting. But look, you guys, we got to go and pay some bills. John, Frank, stay right there because I have some more questions for you. This is interesting. You guys come right back. We'll be back in a moment. Thank you.
Awesome.
If you own or are planning to start a business, you need to take a hard look at Baker, your one-stop shop for business city licensing, services, and sensible tax rates. With low crime, it's a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge, the airport. It's on the river with railways. Baker is not landlocked. Plank Road presents the traffic businesses need, and Main Street offers a hometown atmosphere. Baker and business, moving forward together. Are you looking to build or purchase a home? You need to take a hard look at Baker. Small town atmosphere that's good for families. Baker has everything you need. Shops, doctors, hospitals. It's near the airport and a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge. No traffic hassles and lots of community activities to be involved in. Ranked as one of the safest cities in Louisiana by Home Security Advisor, Baker and families are moving forward together.
Welcome back, Baker. And again, we're with Frank Garber here from South Star Urgent Care. He's the medical operations officer. And we were just talking about the differences between the emergency room, urgent care, your primary care doctor. And he explained that. And I didn't know a lot of that stuff. And now it'll help me be prepared for any situation. But since we have the urgent care in Baker, that's where I'll be going. But Frank, tell us a little bit about South Star's philosophy on customer service and how you guys take care of my citizens. How did you plan to do that? Tell us a little bit about that.
You know, I'll tell you this. The smile on your face is a reason why we want to be in your town. We have a customer service focus. And we would like to make every patient that enters our building our friend. We want to be part of the community. We want to give people health care that they are asking for and or need, but we would like them to receive that in a customer service manner. So for example, you know, if people want something to drink, or if people want a snack, or if kids want a toy, if somebody wants to come in and just have their blood pressure checked, you know, anything like that, we want to be accessible, and we want to be your friend, and we want to be here to help people in your community.
But that's a good deal. And when people come in, I've been in your facilities, they're comfortable, and they're, I guess, you feel like you're at home. When you come in, and especially for the kids, I like that. Where did the idea from the kids come from to make them so comfortable in there? Where did that come from? Because that is just awesome. Customer for the little people.
Exactly. You know, if you think about it, you know, just think back when you were a child. You know, sometimes going to the doctor's office or going to the dentist, things like that, seem to be scary to little children.
Right.
So, you know, when you enter the clinic, you'll notice that the decor is soft and warming. There's no bright colors. Everything's like, you know, nice, soft earth tones. The furniture is comfortable. When you go into the exam room, now it still has to be a healthcare related type of facility. Right. But when you go into the exam room, you'll notice that it's aesthetically pleasing. You know, we wipe down everything after every patient. But we will allow the patient or the family in the room to control the remote control. There's a TV in every room. And we always have a special children's room. So the kids' room will have decorative paint on the walls, it could be a farm scene, or it could be a fire truck scene, or it could be an aquarium. In one clinic, we have a jungle scene with little monkeys hanging from the ceiling. Right. In another clinic, it's a farm scene, and there's a chair that's a horse where the kid could sit on the horse. You know, so we want it to be fun, and also we don't want it to look like a doctor's office when you're in the patient room. Right. So, you know, it'll have cabinetry like you would have in your kitchen at your house. It'll still have things on the wall like exam gloves and things like that you need to have. But it's very warming, you know, if you would sit in the room.
Right. Your doctors, the doctors that you guys hire, how do you guys pick who is going to be the doctor in your facilities?
Well, we like it to be someone from the community,
right, where
the clinic is at.
Okay.
We usually staff with nurse practitioners, physician assistants, and with doctors. Okay. In the clinic in Baker, presently, right now, it is 2 nurse practitioners that staff that clinic. And one is from Baton Rouge and one is from around Plaquemine. Okay. So they're pretty close to you where they come from, you know, and it's important because they have buy-in to that provider-patient relationship also, you know, and they're going to take care of you one day when you're sick and then shop right next to you at the local grocery store on their way home, you know.
That's perfect. Real quick for our viewers, let's talk about COVID? And what are you guys doing to help with the fight? And COVID is a community fight. Most people don't understand that we have to fight, and that community fight turns into an individual fight. What are you guys doing to help with that process?
So, well, educating people is a huge piece here. We try and provide as much information to the patient and or the family about COVID. We have on our company website on southstarurgentcare.com. If you go to that website, there is a COVID-19 information button where we try and keep it as up to date as possible. We really encourage the use of masks.
Outstanding. That's what I'm talking about.
And hand washing and social distancing with each patient that we encounter. In the clinic, after each visit, every room is wiped down, sprayed with disinfectant before we bring the next patient into the room. And then also, we're also trying to do our best to educate employers as much as possible. In this rapid changing world with COVID-19, what we were talking about in March was different from June, which is different from now. And it's rapidly changing. We're learning as we walk through this pandemic. And it's tough for some employers who have employees who are out and sick and wanting to know, hey, when can I go back to work, or when can I get my employees back to work? And that's all always changing. And right now, the focus is people early on determine if they're positive or negative, give them guidance based on that result about stay home and or social distance and or return to work. A lot of employers are asking for people to be retested before they go to work. And, if you look at the Louisiana Department of Health return to work plan and the CDC return to work plan, they're trying to discourage that to make sure that we have ample testing on the front end.
Right. That'll work. That sounds like a great plan. So, look, I just want to thank you for being on the call. You've given us some great information. Whatever we can do from City Hall to help you stay here. We've invited you to be, we know you guys are really immersed in our community already. And we had a great ribbon cutting. I thought it was, it was a good deal because I like being around good people, and it just seems like that they're so professional. But we want to thank you for coming in. But I want to just let your people know that we appreciate them building that facility right in the middle of this crisis. And you understand what I'm talking about. It brought hope to the community. And it brought hope to me and my staff. So I want to thank you so much. And so what we want to do is tell us real quick, give us a website and a phone number. We probably got about 15 seconds.
Okay. Company phone number, the main line is 337-465-4600. And that will go to our customer experience team. Website, it could be southstarurgentcare.com. It could be our parent company, hulinhealth.com, HULINHEALTH.com. And if you need to email us, you could email us at info@hulinhealth.com or marketing@hulinhealth.com.
Okay.
And if that was fast and people need other information, you could always just stop in the clinic in Baker, and they will have information there on how you can contact us and how we can help.
From there. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you, Frank. Tell your boss that the mayor said hello. You guys have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy your holidays, and win. Keep your mask on against COVID-19. You guys, thank you all. I want, for my audience, I got to go pay a couple of bills. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure that if you live in Baker, if you don't live in Baker, if you live in unincorporated areas around in Baker, use the urgent care system in Baker. Come and see for yourself what we're so proud of. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
If you own or are planning to start a business, you need to take a hard look at Baker, your one-stop shop for business city licensing, services, and sensible tax rates. With low crime, it's a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge, the airport. It's on the river with railways. Baker is not landlocked. Plank Road presents the traffic businesses need, and Main Street offers a hometown atmosphere. Baker and business, moving forward together. Are you looking to build or purchase a home? You need to take a hard look at Baker. Small town atmosphere that's good for families. Baker has everything you need. Shops, doctors, hospitals. It's near the airport and a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge. No traffic hassles and lots of community activities to be involved in. Ranked as one of the safest cities in Louisiana by Home Security Advisor, Baker and families are moving forward together.
Welcome back, Baker. I hope you enjoyed that last segment there. That was really amazing, truly amazing information that was shared with us. And I hope you took some notes and was ready to use that information to help your family in the future. I want to talk a little bit right now about COVID-19. We did an update the other day. I want to bring it back to you to let you know just how serious this is and what's going on in the country right now in Louisiana. That we continue to stay focused on what's going on right now, continue to wear our masks, continue to practice social distancing, and continue to be focused on just how serious this pandemic is growing into. I talked about this a couple of months ago. We put different types of information out about how to make your immune system stronger, how to keep it stronger, and how to individually try to fight this and keep it away from your family. So make sure that you guys follow what's going on in the news. We'll come back weekly with different updates. If you start to feel any symptoms, make sure you call your primary care doctor. And if you have not yet tested, please go and get tested. So, and just make sure that it becomes an individual responsibility. If you go into stores and businesses where they are not wearing masks, you wear your mask anyway. You always wear your mask, always have your mask on. It will save lives. And make sure that you avoid gatherings no more than 10 people. In my house, we're avoiding gatherings of any kind. And we do not just let anybody come into our house. If we don't know them, they haven't been a part of our family, they're just coming there, they're gonna have to have on the mask or they probably won't be able to get in the door because this is how serious it is. So continue to check the updates or on the websites and continue to fight COVID-19. And so moving Baker forward, I wanted to share with you, my viewers, a little bit about what's going on in Baker right now. And so we're actually still doing a lot of things as we move toward the end of the year. One of the big projects that's going on now is the project on Groom Road. The movie BR, the tax that you guys voted for, is kicking in to Baker now as they're starting to do the survey, as we start to move forward into fixing and repairing that road. And it needs a lot of repair, where we're trying to control the flooding on that road to try to reduce it and to go ahead and overlay it, do a road overlay, make it nice and smooth, and just do the things that make the road better. And there are plans to add a back pad to Groom Road, so our kids can drive to and from, they can ride their bikes to and from our schools, and you can actually walk on that too. Make sure that the sidewalks are straight. So we're doing that. We also are doing our Baker Streets rehab like we always do. We're doing that again this year. Another $1 million contract is out there. We're going to start doing that. I am waiting. If we don't get the contracts to get the bid out and get the bids done before the holidays, I probably will wait till after the holidays. I don't want your streets tore up and you're trying to invite people to your house and there's dust everywhere. So we'll make a decision here real soon if we don't get the bids out. The Baton Rouge North Canal Drainage Project, it will consist of deepening and widening drainage canals for storm water to move more rapidly through the city during torrential rains. It is here to reduce that. That would be in the north part of the city, the Windbush area. The North Canal will help to reduce the flooding there. And I always say help to reduce it because there's no guarantee we can stop it. If it rains for a long period of time, when everything gets full, it just gets full and it will flood. The sewer lift station projects, that consists of installing natural gas generators at all 7 sewer stations. In case of power loss, the sewer system is still functional. That means that the water, if we have rains and the power goes off, that the sewer system still would be able to move the sewage out of the city and keep it from backing up into your house. This will keep your toilet flushing properly when the power goes out. And the last thing is to keep Baker beautiful. We've talked about this. We're starting to tow cars, tear down blighted property. We're towing these vehicles out of the way if they're a nuisance. We really are becoming, we're getting aggressive, and we're starting to, get more aggressive with what we're doing here. And sometimes it's not a nice thing if you're getting the letters, but if we send you the letters, we want you to know that, our intentions are to get you to move on it and make sure that you clean up, because the more we clean up, the more we keep our areas clean, the better it is for us financially. As we move people in, your property value goes up on your property, and those different neighborhoods get better. So we're asking you in these neighborhoods to help us with this. This is not anything that we can do by ourselves. We're asking you to pick up and to help us pick up the trash in your neighborhoods, to make sure that we cut the ditches down. We tried to come down, but we can't get all of them. Well, we're asking you to do this, and we're asking you just to be good neighbors, to keep Baker beautiful. And this program will pick up. We're picking up now to make it better. In January, we will start putting teams out at least once or twice a quarter to help pick up all the paper and just get our city to a point where it's looking real nice. You guys are doing a great job now. I'm not fussing, but I want you to know that we can be better. And it's not just cleaning it up, it's maintaining it over a period of time. And the 2 areas that we want to maintain the most is Plank Road and Main Street. That's where people come through our city, down Groom Road, they see our city, and you never can tell when the next big investor might come in here and want to do business in Baker. So it is a team effort to do that. And I just want to tell you, if I don't get a chance to talk to you again for the holidays, and there's a text, LA Baker Updates, 468-311. Make sure you get that. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you and your family stay safe. And remember, have a good time, but have a good time and stay COVID free. Love y'all. We'll see you the next time. Have a good evening.